This is a new song. Y'all ain't heard it yet. This off the newest album. Just dropped another music video as well for Recreation in Progress. Go ahead and check that out. It's called Survival. Tantalizing with toes with Edison enterprising. My eyes on the prize within. Like incisions. Moving silence. Due to deep incisions, all I focus on is the beginning. Apocalypse to the common tip that hugs the script. It's like a fiend asking for another pill. Knitted through them like wet shirts. When we move in, with drive tantalizing with 10 toes. Anderson enterprising. My eyes on the prize within. My eyes on the prize and zen. Back in overdrive, tantalizing, 10 toes, with Edison enterprising. Eyes on the prize and zen. Legalize the first step. Leaving the planet. Buzzing. Damaged. Needs vasectomies. Poison. Wanna hit? You in the moment. Keep your mind still. Merry-go-round. Truth through a vow. Critics getting serious. They talk about it while he lived it. And we already lifted. Action. Go deep, I know, on the journey. And your feet get weak. Consciousness. Conscious shift. But yeah, this is called Survival. And that's on the newest album. Y'all haven't heard that yet, you know what I'm saying? It's a new release. And moving forward, like I said, I just dropped a new music video for Recreation in Progress. That's going to be the 4th single. And I'm going to get ready to drop the whole album, you know what I'm saying? On y'all head top, you feel me? But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into these alignments. We got the moon in Gemini with the sun in Virgo, which is a square. So essentially it's a learning process. So you're having to learn how to be more comfortable with your thoughts and communication styles based on taking action in the details, or taking action being critical about those details. And moving forward, we have the moon conjuncting Mars and Jupiter. So moon conjuncting Mars is being in the same space as your intentions and your passions. So essentially feeling comfortable communicating your intentions and having the right thing on your mind to achieve your passion. And then Jupiter being in this space as well is feeling comfortable expanding at this point in time. So your comfortability and the range of your comfortability is going to be expanded at this point in time. And keep in mind, based on this circumstance situation, you don't want to be too scatterbrained. You want to keep your focus in the right space and keep your mind in the right space so you're able to see both sides of the experience and see what the actual knowledge and wisdom of that is. Then moving forward, we have the moon sextile in Mercury and the north node and also Chiron, right? So the sextile energy is all about seeing the opportunity. So the moon sextile in Mercury is seeing the opportunity to communicate upon the stage and be comfortable communicating about the stage and what we're focusing on and things of that nature. So essentially, we're seeing the opportunity to feel comfortable being focused. Then with that being in Leo, right? Mercury is in Leo at this point in time. So, you know what I'm saying, thinking about your own stage, or thinking about your own way of being focused or fixing your eyes upon something, essentially. And then the north node is in Aries. And then we also have Chiron in Aries, right? So it creates a sextile energy with the moon as well. So the moon sextile in the north node is seeing the opportunity to achieve your purpose or work towards your purpose, and feeling comfortable working towards that purpose may essentially put you in a space of uncomfortability. But keep in mind, uncomfortability creates growth. So essentially, you being this individual and communicating your individuality at this point in time is going to create growth. And you know what I'm saying, you're going to be able to be more attuned to your purpose at this point in time. Then we also have, like I say, the moon sextile in Chiron, and Chiron being in Aries is essentially the wounded healer and being more wise about your individuality based on those wounds. So essentially, we're feeling comfortable communicating these things in the past that have kind of hurt oneself, but we're able to actually build on them to be more wise. I'm saying, and communicate that wisdom. We also have the moon squaring like the sun, like I mentioned earlier. Then also the moon squaring Venus, Saturn, and Neptune. So a whole lot of learning processes based on this moon and Gemini energy. So Venus being in this space where it's about to enter Libra, but is still in Virgo, right? It's in this cusp energy. And the cusp between Libra and Virgo kind of creates this dust energy. Because you think about like the air, you know what I'm saying, being in the same space as the earth. So like air and earth creates dust, right? So essentially, we're still in this, towards the end of the moon in Gemini, we're going to have this learning process between our values and our communication styles and feeling comfortable communicating these values. And like I say, whenever Venus enters Libra, it'll then be in a space whenever we enter the moon in Gemini moving forward for, I think it's like next 2 or 3 weeks is how long that I'm saying Venus is in Libra. It's going to be this gift, right? So whenever we have the moon in Gemini moving forward for the next couple weeks, it's going to be a gift energy. You know what I'm saying? So moving from Venus in Virgo to Venus in Libra, it moves from a space where it's in detriment in Virgo to a space where it's actually at home in Libra, right? So being at home for Venus is essentially valuing these relationships. And at this point in time, you're going to have more balance in your values at this point in time. So like I say, at this point though, we're still having the Venus in Virgo, so we're essentially learning how to value our communication styles and learning to be more critical about those communication styles at this point in time. Then we also have Saturn, you know what I'm saying, being in Pisces, who's a square to the Gemini energy, and Neptune also squaring, you know what I'm saying, because they're both in Pisces, right? So the moon squaring Saturn is essentially learning to be more conscientious, essentially about what we're building upon in this dream that we're building towards. So essentially, we're learning to communicate with the proper energies to actually achieve our dreams and build towards that. And then Neptune also being here in Pisces. Neptune in Pisces is the delusion or this illusionary energy, like a nightmare or a dream. So essentially, we're learning to communicate what we have in our dream space or being in our illusionary space. So essentially, this delusion that you're in, you can actually learn to be more logical about it at this point in time. Like maybe write things down in your dream journal at this point in time. I'm saying you can actually be able to see, all right, what is this actual dream that I'm working towards, and what kind of space am I in? You know what I'm saying, how could I actually see both sides of this space, and then in turn, based on this comfortability, being able to communicate about it, maybe you're going to get more knowledge and wisdom upon that. And yeah, so moving forward, we also have the moon trining Pluto and Lilith, right? So Lilith is actually in Libra, excuse me, and then Pluto is in Aquarius. So the trine is a gift. So the moon in Gemini trining Pluto is having the gift to be more transformative or have deep change, I'm saying, based on our association. So essentially, we're going to be able to be more logical based on our emotions and have ability to have a gift to change and transform ourselves into deep nature at this point in time, based on the Pluto and Aquarius, right? And so Pluto and Aquarius is all about being more technology-based and being more associative at this point in time. So essentially, you're being more logical to actually see the gift to associate with the proper things. Then we also have, like I say, the moon trining Lilith, right? So the moon trining Lilith is essentially going to be this gift to relate in our darkest moments. So essentially, we're feeling comfortable seeing both sides and having the gift based on our comfortability of seeing both sides, seeing, okay, does this relationship actually create balance, or is it in a space that we're actually kind of being more embarrassed at this point in time? So yeah, you know what I'm saying, those are the energies of the alignments. You know what I'm saying, if you want to tune into the next video, I'm going to go ahead and break down all the rising signs, first houses, and ascendants. You know what I'm saying, so go ahead and tune into that. You know what I'm saying, much love and holla back at me, you heard?